You're listening to CBC Online at cbchs.org.
Three, two, one. CBC Online. We're visiting with the Director of Admissions, Mr. Jim Brockman. And Jim, admission season's in full swing. Give us kind of an update on what's going on here as January opens.
Yeah, this is a really busy time for us right now. We just completed the first wave of applications. We received over 300 applications, which is an awesome number for us. Puts us well ahead of where we were last year. But at this point now, we've started to review the applications as a group. Starting tonight and going over the next 2 weeks, we'll be interviewing every single potential student. We'll actually come in and do an interview, sit down with a faculty or staff member, administrator, and conduct an interview. The personal interview really gives us an opportunity to meet with all of our students and to see these students. Again, we get to see them on paper. We want to meet them and we want to see who they are. And so over the next 2 weeks, we'll be conducting the interviews. From that point forward then, it's really about making the final decisions. Final decisions will be made mid-January. And then we will prepare acceptance letters to go out on the first Friday in February.
So talk about that number. I mean, we talked about 300 applications, more than 300 applications. Should people be concerned? I know in some years we've had a lot of applications that people feel like, wow, you know, I shouldn't even apply. Talk to us about that whole number, and should people be concerned about their sons getting in?
Yeah, no, we're not a school that would necessarily turn away kids because of the number of kids that we have. If an applicant is qualified according to our standards to be here at CBC, we are proud to accept that young man as part of our school. And so I would encourage that, you know, if you have not applied yet and you still are interested in applying, we do have room. We will have space available for all applicants to apply and if qualified, receive acceptance.
So you talk about the qualifications or the standards. I mean, what are the standards? What are you looking for in a CBC student?
It basically boils down to three things. We're looking at grades. We're going to look at grades from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We're going to look at standardized test scores from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And then we're going to look at something called the whole person. The whole person will include the interview, the personal interview. Will include discipline, attendance records, letters of recommendation, those sorts of things. And so what we do is we just try to build an accurate picture of a student. If we believe that student could be successful here at CBC, given what we're going to expect from them, we're proud to accept them.
And what kind of interaction do you have with the grade schools? I mean, you're in contact with the grade school principals, and you know, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we will be in contact with the grade school principals. Actually, just got off the phone with a couple of them from this morning, just clearing up any last-minute things, grade changes, those sorts of things. But then they also will be sending us letters of recommendation. They will be sending us, many grade school principals call us and give us information about students that weren't necessarily included on their transcripts. We also will have grade school principals then contact us at the end of the third quarter to provide us with third quarter grades, and then at the end of the fourth quarter to provide us with final grades for those students. And so even if they do get accepted here, they are still responsible to finish strong at their local grade school.
So let me, you know, if I've applied and I'll have an interview, what happens at that interview and what happens at that point?
The interview is, like I said, it's going to feel like a lot of pressure. And again, I know how I would feel as an 8th grade student going to get interviewed. I'd be nervous, and I think we all would. Really, we try to put them at ease by letting them know that what they're going to say in their interview is not necessarily going to make or break them in terms of acceptance to CBC. It's more of an opportunity for us to get to meet all of our students, to put a face with the name, to make sure that we really get to see them. Because again, you can't see everything on paper about a kid. After the interviews, then it basically comes down to acceptance, and acceptance letters will be sent the first Friday in February.
Now, these interviews, again, just to clear this up, these are just one-on-one really discussions. It's not where they walk into a boardroom of a group of people. That would be on their...
Absolutely not. We have some of our finest faculty and staff here who will be conducting the interviews. Again, their job is to really work to put the student at ease, but then just to get to know the student. And it is very much getting to know you. You know, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? You know, who's your favorite, you know, who's your hero? Why did you choose CBC? Those sorts of things. And it really gives us an opportunity, like I said, to meet our kids and find out a little bit more about them.
So there really are no right or wrong
There
answers.
are no right or wrong answers. It's a very straightforward interview.
Now let's turn over to the side of the public school kids. We do have a lot of kids who come here from public schools. You know, if they did miss that deadline in November, you know, what's the process for them? Is it closed to them at this point?
Absolutely not. We here at CBC are on a rolling admissions timetable. So to be considered in terms of the first applicants, the first wave of applications, we did ask that all applications be in by December 1st. From there, then, it is on a rolling applicant basis. So as we get applications in the second semester, we will bring them in. We will do the same process for every single student. You know, so we'll go through the application review, we'll go through the transcript review, the interview, and then ultimately acceptance. It'll just be on a different timetable. So there is still time. We are still accepting applications. As a matter of fact, last year we got 84 applications after Christmas. So again, we are still accepting.
And talk about the shadowing program. That's obviously been a huge key to getting kids in here. And is that still open? And
Absolutely.
Talk about what that shadowing program has done for the enrollment.
Well, from an enrollment standpoint, the shadowing is clearly the most important thing because it gives our students, our prospective students, a bird's eye view of what it's like to be a student at CBC. And we really believe in that. We want our students to be fully knowledgeable excuse me, about what they're going to experience when they walk into CBC. And I think the shadowing program gives them that. They get to come and basically experience a full day at CBC. In terms of the program in the second semester, we are already taking appointments for shadowing in the second semester. We have 2 days next week, Thursday and Friday, the 13th and the 14th, which we will be accepting shadows on those days. And then we'll just plan specific days throughout the second semester where we'll have students come in and shadow. So if there are students out there who are still on the fence, who thought maybe just you know, over Christmas, talked with their parents, decided that this was something they wanted to do, we can still offer shadow days. We're still offering private tours in the second semester for 8th grade students. You know, and so there's a lot of time left here between now and the start of school next year.
So to kind of summarize, I mean, we're just looking for good kids who have a positive attitude, who want to work hard, and who have some abilities to really grow beyond their standards. We're really looking for people. So, you know, is that kind of what sums up the admissions process?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, basically what we just outlined does sum up the admissions process and what you'd said, the admissions standards that we're looking for with our students. Again, we want good kids who want to be here and want to be part of this and look to take full advantage of the opportunity of CBC education.
And finally, if someone wants to get in contact with you or the admissions team, what's the outreach?
Very, very simply, you can contact me directly, either by email, brockmanj@cbchs.org, or simply by contacting me through phone, 314-985-6067. That's my direct line. I'd love to talk to you.
Good stuff. Again, CBC Admissions, we will talk to you next time. Mr. Jim Brockman.
CBC, Men for Tomorrow, Brothers for Life.